Battle of the Brains, presented by Invest 529, Central Virginia's high school academic quiz show. Today's match features Ocean Lakes High School versus Blacksburg High School. Let's play.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for Battle of the Brains and the last of our two semifinal matches. Today's winner will go on to compete in this season's championship game and secure a minimum of $5,000 in scholarship money. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thanks so much for joining us. Our high school academic competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia competing for a share of $20,000 in scholarship money, courtesy of Invest 529 and the E.W. Scripps Foundation. As one of the final four teams left in the season, today's teams have each earned at least $2,500 of that money. Congratulations to the academic athletes joining us today. They are the Dolphins of Ocean Lakes High School in Virginia Beach. Ocean Lakes is a public high school in Virginia Beach, home to the Math and Science Academy, which 30 years ago was one of several first magnet programs in that district. Ocean Lakes is the defending 2025 Battle of the Brains champions. Also making it to the semifinal rounds, the Bruins of Blacksburg High School, coached by Mary Louise Moss. Blacksburg High School is in the Montgomery County public school system. School officials say they have high expectations as students are prepared to reach their full potential in both education and in life. And again, congratulations to these students for successfully making it through several rounds of play to make it here today. Our match will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Players will buzz in and wait for me before giving their answer to call on them. Any interruption of a question with an incorrect answer will result in a point deduction for the team. There's no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, teams, welcome back. Good luck to the students. Here is our first toss-up round. What building is depicted on the reverse of a current U.S. $20 bill? Connor.
The White House?
That is correct. Who was John McCain's Republican running mate during his 2008 campaign for president? Robinson.
Palin.
Sarah Palin is correct. She was then the Alaska governor. In 1926, American Gertrude Ederle was the first woman to swim across what body of water? Brandon.
Thames River.
That is incorrect. Between the cities of Dover and Calais. Clark.
The English Channel.
That is correct. Pyrimidine typically replaces thymine in RNA. What pyrimidine? Samson.
Uracil.
That is correct. Robert A. Heinlein's sci-fi novel Stranger in a Strange Land follows the adventures of Valentine Michael Smith, a human who was born on what planet? Robinson.
Mars.
Correct. Which scientific principle states that one can never be exactly sure of both the position? Eli.
The uncertainty principle.
That is correct. Sure of both the position and velocity of a particle in the submicroscopic level. Pencil and paper may be needed for this. Find the integral of the expression f4x cubed minus 8x. Clark.
X to the 4th minus 4x squared.
That is correct. Published in 1919, The Curse of Capistrano is the first work to feature the character Don Diego de la Vega and his secret identity. By what name is he better known? Samson.
Don Quixote.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes. Clark.
El Cid.
It's actually Zorro. Stockholm, Sweden is located on the coast of what sea? Samson.
Baltic.
Correct. Published in 1877, what famous novel set in Russia and Italy has the following opening line? All happy families are alike. Clark.
Anna Karenina.
That is correct, by Leo Tolstoy. All right, here's a video question. This is one of the only questions in the game you cannot interrupt, and there is a 10-point penalty if you do buzz in early. Here is a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch with that video question.
Following the French and Indian War, what boundary line does the British Crown establish between the British colonies and the indigenous nations west of the Appalachian Mountains?
Connor.
The Proclamation Line of 1763.
That is correct. Name the French physician and monk who earned a far greater reputation for himself as the author of the satirical Gargantua. Samson.
Rabelais.
Francois Rabelais is correct. The most common scale for measuring this property is based on differences in bond dissociation energies. That empirical scale, with values ranging from 0.7 to 4.0, Rishi.
Electronegativity.
That is correct. Was developed by Linus Pauling. Mount Godwin Austen in northern Kashmir in the Karakoram Range is far better known to mountaineers by what shorter designation? Clark.
K2.
That is correct. It's the world's second highest peak, also known as the Savage Mountain. What musical term means to get gradually louder while playing? Clark.
Crescendo.
Correct. It has been called one of the most influential art forms of the early 20th century by rejecting traditional perspectives. Name this art. Connor.
Cubism.
That is correct. Art style that included artists like Pablo Picasso. In geometry, a prism has the same relationship with a pyramid as a cylinder does with what geometric solid? Samson.
A sphere.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes. Raghav.
Cone.
That is correct. Cone. What is the maximum number of eclipses in a month's time? Clark.
2.
That is incorrect. Blacksburg. Samson.
1.
It's actually 3. 2 solar, 1 lunar, or 1 solar and 2 lunar. And that buzzer means the end of our first toss-up round. Good job by our team so far. Up next, we'll introduce today's players, and then they'll take on the category round when Battle of the Brains continues.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Want to catch up on the full season of play? Find full episodes on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Ocean Lakes High School with 110 points. Our team from Blacksburg High School with 50 points. And we'll get back to our match just ahead, but first we want to introduce you to today's players. First, let's go to our team from Ocean Lakes High School. The Dolphins are coached by Miranda Blazer and Lisa Gibson. Our first player is Raghav Mantri, who is a senior, enjoys playing the piano and listening to music, is vice president of the Computer Club, and wants to study aerospace engineering at the Georgia Institute of Technology. Actually plans to. Congratulations. Our next player is sophomore Connor Rakoff, who is a member of the cross-country and lacrosse teams, enjoys programming and sorting baseballs, and says he sometimes does it at the same time, which is kind of cool. Hopes to major in biometry and statistics. Our team captain is Clark Smith, who is a senior, also a musician, plays cello in the school's orchestra, is part of the track and field and cross-country teams, and will be going to University of Chicago to major in chemistry. Congratulations. And wrapping up our team is Robinson Chen, who is a senior, who will be going to study at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business, plans to become a pastor. Congratulations. And currently student body president and citywide student government vice chair. That is our team from Ocean Lakes High School. Let's meet our team from Blacksburg High School. The Bruins are coached by Mary Louise Moss. First up is Samson O, who is a sophomore, enjoys ice skating and plays chess. Rishi Nair is a senior who is the team's captain and enjoys chess, tennis, and ping pong, and will be attending UVA this fall. Congratulations. Brandon Hu will be attending Duke University this fall. Congratulations. In his free time now, enjoys swimming, reading, and folding origami. And wrapping up our team is Eli Simanza, who is a junior, is a cross-country runner, an avid musician, and a radio DJ. That is our team from Blacksburg High School. And again, congratulations to both of our teams for making it to the semifinal round. Now they're going to play our category round, where each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. Teams, take a look at the monitor. Here are today's categories from which you may choose. They are islands, geography in song titles, and the category in red. We do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confirm with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answer. By the rules, the high score team gets first choice of category. That is our team from Ocean Lakes High School. So Clark, talk it over with your teammates and let me know what category you'd like to play.
We'll take islands, please.
All right. Name the island referenced by each of the following descriptions. The first is, was the site of a 1979 U.S. nuclear power plant accident.
3 Mile Island.
Correct. Is the world's largest island.
Greenland.
Greenland.
Correct. Was the birthplace of Napoleon.
Corsica.
Corsica.
Correct. New York City's smallest borough by area.
No, it's Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Correct. Is being kicked by the boot of Italy.
Sicily.
Sicily.
Correct. Is divided into Greek and Turkish regions.
Cyprus.
Correct. Merged with Tanganyika to create Tanzania.
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar.
Correct. Was home to the ancient Minoan civilization.
Crete.
Crete.
Correct. Is studded with giant stone statues called Moai.
Easter Island.
Easter Island.
Correct. And finally, is the largest in the state of Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii.
That is correct, and that is a sweep of the category and 20-point bonus for our team from Ocean Lakes High School. Congratulations. All right, Blacksburg, Rishi, talk it over with your teammates. Will it be geography in song titles or the category in red?
We'll do geography and song titles.
All right, given the title of a well-known song that features a geographical site, name the artist or group who recorded it. The first is 1975's Kashmir.
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
Correct. 1974, Waterloo.
ABBA.
ABBA.
Correct. 1976, Detroit Rock City.
Pass.
That would be Kiss. 2022, Tennessee Orange.
Pass.
Megan Maroney. 1976, Hotel California.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Correct. 1964, Viva Las Vegas.
Presley.
Presley.
Elvis Presley is correct. 1984, Panama.
Van Halen.
Van Halen.
Correct. 2005, Beverly Hills.
No. Katy Perry.
That would be Weezer. 1974, Sweet Home, Alabama.
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner.
Correct. And finally, 1982, Africa.
Toto.
Toto.
Toto is correct. Good job on that. That's a tough category. You did a great job. Both of our teams did a great job on their categories. And up next, another toss-up round when Battle of the Brains continues in the semifinal match.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow Battle of the Brains on social media. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Ocean Lakes High School with 180 points. Our team from Blacksburg High School with 85 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains in another toss-up round. But first, a reminder to our players, your team does lose points if you interrupt a question with an incorrect answer. The other team will then have a chance to answer the completed question if they wait to ring in. And there is no conferring in the toss-up rounds. Here we go. Good luck. On February 1st, 1960, 4 African-American students sat down on stools that were reserved. Samson.
Greensboro.
That is correct. It was a sit-in campaign for the civil rights movement. What metric prefix denotes 10 raised to the 12th power? Connor.
Giga.
That is incorrect. Brandon?
Tara.
Tara is correct, symbolized by the letter T. This man built torture devices and traps as an engineer to the Persian Shah. He used secret passages in the Palais Garnier in Paris to terrify the employees. Name this title character of a Broadway musical. Clark. And that is time. Blacksburg? Eli?
The Phantom of the Opera.
That is correct. You may need your pencil and paper. What is the derivative of 4x cubed plus 3x squared plus x? Clark.
12x squared plus 6x plus 1.
That is correct. The father of at least 24 children, his Saudi citizenship was revoked in 1994. Expelled from the Sudan in 1996, he moved to Kandahar. Name this Al-Qaeda founder killed in 2011. Clark.
Osama bin Laden.
Correct, killed in a raid by U.S. Navy SEALs. What is the deepest and coldest of the U.S. Great Lakes? Samson.
Superior.
Correct, maximum depth over 1,300 feet. It doesn't matter which hand you use to hit the buzzer, but you can comfortably use either. Spell ambidextrous. Eli.
AMBIDEXTROUS.
That is correct. The 7 Years' War, the American Revolutionary War, the Crimean War, and the Spanish-American War were all formally concluded by treaties signed in Samson.
Paris.
Correct. Signed in what European capital? Fort Sumter is located off the coast of which East Coast? Clark.
South Carolina.
That is incorrect. For Blacksburg, Fort Sumter is located off the coast of which East Coast city? Samson.
Charleston.
That is correct. What is the term for the poetic division used by Dante Alighieri in the Divine Comedy? Rishi.
Terza Rima.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes. Clark.
Sonnets.
It's called cantos, or canto is the singular, each serving as a chapter. With over 900,000 square miles, what is the largest country by area in Africa? Samson.
Algeria.
Correct. You may need your pencil and paper. What is the integral of the expression 3y squared plus 2y plus 6? Brandon.
Y cubed plus y squared plus 6y.
That is correct. Who served as America's first Secretary of the Treasury? Brandon.
Alexander Hamilton.
Correct. What two U.S. presidents were assassinated in the 20th century? Clark.
JFK and McKinley.
That is correct. McKinley in 1901, John Kennedy in 1963. It is equal to the resultant of a polynomial, and its first derivative and its value determines the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. Clark.
Determinant.
That is incorrect. Name this term for a number that in the quadratic formula is denoted as b squared minus 4ac. Brandon.
Discriminant.
That is correct, the discriminant. In what city and state did the gunfight at the OK Corral take place? Clark.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That is incorrect. Blacksburg? Rishi?
Miami, Florida.
It's actually Tombstone, Arizona. It was a 30-second shootout in 1881. What is the four-letter word for the last stage that a butterfly goes through before it becomes an adult? Samson?
Pupa.
That is correct. And that buzzer means one more toss-up just ahead, and we'll double the point value. Stay tuned to see which of today's teams is the winner here on Battle of the Brains and goes on to the championship.
Love Battle of the Brains? Ready for your high school team to play next season? Go to battleofthebrains.net to learn more. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores as we head into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Ocean Lakes High School with 190 points, and our team from Blacksburg High School with 205 points. Now for this last toss-up round, the score for a correct answer is doubled, and so is the penalty for an incorrect answer given before I finish the question. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. Good luck, teams. This is our final toss-up round. The Garden was the school of this philosophical movement that challenged Platonism and Stoicism. What Hellenistic system advocated the seeking of modest pleasures? Brandon.
Cynicism.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes. Clark.
Epicureanism.
That is correct. All right, teams, here is a video question from a member of our Brainy Bunch.
In 1622, as English settlements continued to spread along the banks of the James River, Chief Powhatan's younger brother, Opechancanough, and his men carried out assaults on these settlements. Fighting between the Powhatan people and English colonists then followed. What is this conflict called?
Samson.
King George's War.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes. It was the Second Anglo-Powhatan War. FIFA oversees competition in what sport? Brandon.
Soccer.
That is correct, with the Quadrennial World Cup. What ancient writer is best known for his 9-book chronicle of the Persian War, The Histories? Eli.
Herodotus.
That is correct, Herodotus. You may need your pencil and paper. The major and minor axis of an ellipse with area 48 are each decreased by a factor of 2. What is the ellipse's new area? Brandon.
12.
That is correct. The area equals pi times the product of its semi-major and semi-minor axes. Peter I and Peter II of Russia, James I and James II of England, and U.S. Presidents William Henry Harrison and Benjamin Harrison. Brandon.
Grandfather and grandson.
That is correct. Linked by what familial relationship? Conscience is defined as a person's moral sense of right and wrong. Brandon.
C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C-E.
That is correct. I was going to ask you to spell it. In which film directed by Francis Ford Coppola did actor Robert Duvall say? Clark.
Apocalypse Now.
That is correct. I love the smell of napalm in morning. His last words were reportedly, I can't sleep. Name the author of the children's classic, Peter Pan. Rishi.
Burroughs.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes. That would be J.M. Barrie. He died of pneumonia in 1937 at the age of 77. The infamous Sierra Nevada Donner Pass is located in what U.S. state? Clark.
California.
Correct. What French leader sold the Louisiana Territory to? Connor.
Napoleon.
Correct. To Thomas Jefferson and the United States. Oil paints are made by mixing finely ground pigment with oil. Watercolors are made by mixing pigment with gum. What form of painting is done by mixing pigment with chalk and water to make a stiff paste? Samson.
Acrylic?
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes? Connor?
Pastel?
That is correct. In the 17th century, Jean-Armand Duplessis, Cardinal and Duke de Richelieu, served as chief minister to what king of France? Connor?
Louis XIV?
That is incorrect. Blacksburg, Brandon?
Louis XIII?
That is correct. Her mother, Queen Clytemnestra, murdered her father, King Agamemnon. She sought revenge for her father's death by persuading her brother Orestes to kill their mother. Who is this Greek tragic figure? Rishi.
Electra?
Correct. What metal is at the center of the chlorophyll molecule? Clark.
Magnesium.
Correct. In classic comedy, collectively, Larry, Moe, and Curly are known by what name? Brandon.
The Stooges?
Judges, we need to be more.
Three Stooges?
That is correct. In which southern city is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention? Samson.
Atlanta.
That is correct, located. Geologists categorize rocks into three types: metamorphic, sedimentary, and
Igneous.
Correct. That buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double check the final score, here's a reminder of how to stay connected with us here at Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date on Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more and follow along at Battle of the Brains on social media.
And now here's the final score for today's match, determining which team will continue on to play in the championship match. Earning a $2,500 scholarship for making it to the semifinals this season. Congratulations to our team from Ocean Lakes High School, who played all season long, and our winner with a final score of 330 points today. Great job today by Raghav, Connor, Clark, and Robinson. You did your school well and proud. Our winners today going on to the championship game next week, our team from Blacksburg High School. You will earn a scholarship minimum of $5,000, $10,000 if you win your next match, which is the championship round. Congratulations to our team from Blacksburg High School. Great season so far by Samson, Rishi, Brandon, and Eli. And we will see you all next week. Congratulations. And our championship match next week will feature our team from Blacksburg High School and a team from Jamestown High School. Congratulations to them both. Thank you so much for watching and playing along here today, and we'll see you back here next week for that championship match here on Battle of the Brains. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains, presented by Invest 529. Goodbye.